Hey guys, so today's video is different and I wanted to give a trigger warning because I don't want anyone walking into this video and not knowing what it is about and being triggered or upset by this video. This video is going to deal with my truth, my story, and it deals with sexual molestation, sexual abuse, and it is a very serious and touchy subject. So please, if it makes you in any way uncomfortable, click off, don't watch. I will not know. I won't be offended, and I understand. And I appreciate you guys, even if you don't want to watch this. I still love you, and I completely support you in that. Hey guys, I've been putting off filming this video, and I was going to do it makeup free just because I'm going to try my best not to cry or get emotional. But I know me, and I know that when I'm talking about something so personal to myself that I get choked up. I know a lot of you know I am good friends with Mel Thompson on here. I love her. I adore her. I envy her. And we talk on occasion from time to time, and I have been more vocal on my channel, I guess a little bit more than she was comfortable with being at the time, about some of my health issues or my mental health issues. And I encouraged her. I said, Mel, your fans adore you, and if anything, it's going to make them feel closer to you if you're just honest with them about what you're facing. And she did, and I'm so proud of her. But in turn, it made me realize that maybe I'm not being fully honest with my channel and myself, my friends, my family. And it's because nobody ever wants to be around the sick person or the downer. Everybody wants you when you're at your best. And when you live with some of the things that I'm going to talk about, it's very rare that you're at your best. I know I get on here and I joke around, and I have bloopers and I have outtakes, and that is me. That is part of who I am. And I love that side of myself. It's just I have to learn to accept the other side of myself. I'm not even sure where to start. So I tried to get most of the tears out last night when I was talking to Mel. And I am hoping that I can get through this first part without losing it. And this is very, very big for me to open up about what I'm about to talk about. And I know that we're either in or we're coming in to National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. When I was 8 years old, I started to be molested. And this molestation went on until I was about 15. It wasn't just one person, it was several people, several men. Men that I should have been able to trust. You know, it was the babysitter's boyfriend, or the next door neighbor, or the person down the street. or one of my friends, or one of my best friend's brothers. I'm not going to name any names because I still love my used to be best friend. This actually tore us apart later on in life. We had different views on forgiveness of the situation. And I couldn't bring myself to forgive him. I didn't think he deserved my forgiveness, and I still don't. When you are being sexually assaulted, there's so many thoughts that go through your head. So many times that you think it's your own fault. Maybe you brought it on by being too suggestive, or by wearing clothes that made you look older than what you were. I still struggle with it. And the funny part is, I put it down, deep down. Ooh, there it comes. Deep down inside for so long. And I never talked about it. And I just thought it didn't, it's just something I went through. And it wasn't until I had my daughter and she turned 8. And I just looked at her and I thought to myself, my God, you're still playing with Barbies. And I was being told that I should be doing sexual acts with men. So I never got therapy. I started to, and then my ex-husband and I split, and I just had bigger things to deal with. I've always had bigger things to deal with. I always put myself on the back burner because and I'm sure that it has something to do with it, your self-worth. You're taken, and you're taken advantage of in the most important years of your life, the times that you are supposed to be forming lifelong friendships or forming views on yourself or how you feel, what you want to be when you grow up. And I was robbed of that. Whether or not at any point you go along with it, it is never okay. And I want anybody that is dealing with it, or anybody that has daughters that have dealt with it, to know you are in no way, shape, or form, in any capacity, able to make those decisions for yourself. So therefore, that choice was taken from you, and that experience that you should have had with someone that you loved when you were ready was robbed from you, and it is okay to be angry about it, and it is okay to choose not to forgive that person. You can make peace with it within yourself and you can move on. But don't let anybody tell you it's time to forgive and forget. Don't let anybody make you feel that what you went through did not shape who you are or the emotional damage that you carry with you. Because nobody can tell you your story and how you lived through it but you. And I don't know why I even bothered to wear eyelashes. I have never been somebody that has a lot of friends. And maybe it is because I am intense. I am a very passionate person. I am a very loving person. I will always give everything of myself to somebody else. And that's not right. It's not healthy. You have to, and I'm learning this. I'm trying to learn this. I have got to stop basing my worth on what others think or feel about me. Because in the end, you have to be okay with the life that you've led. You have to be okay with the legacy that you're leaving behind. What you teach your children, the kind of people that you shape them into. So, and this may be a controversy. This may be a controversial opinion. But when my daughter was about 10, maybe 11, I sat her down and I told her what happened to me. Because I want her to know that not everybody is good and not everybody can be trusted. And I have a wonderful mother. She's my best friend. She's been there for me when nobody was. And it is in no way her fault that what happened to me happened to me. I could have said something. But when you're that young and you don't fully understand what's happening to you. And I grew up in the early 90s. You know, I was born in 84. This was not a public issue. There was no Me Too movement. There was no, sexual assault month. It was a different time. So parents didn't know to sit down and talk to their children about it or to safeguard their children. And maybe that's why this happened to me, so that I could not have a blind eye and that I could safeguard my daughter, or my son, or my stepkids. I feel that it is very important to talk to your children about these things, these uncomfortable, awful things. Because I want my daughter, I keep saying my daughter because it happened to me, but I want all of my children, my stepchildren included, to live in innocence for the longest time that they can. I don't want them to have to grow up and have difficulties trusting men or feeling like they're worth nothing. Because that's what it does. It makes you feel like you're worthless. So I just wanted to start the video out. I just wanted to make this video in general because I was going to do something about my health, because I am dealing with some health issues and setbacks with previous surgeries. But I feel like this video should be a standalone video. There's nothing more important than how you feel about you. About how you live each day. And that you feel like you have the option to say no. No, I don't want to be with you. No, I don't want to have sex with you. No, I don't want you to touch me. Because even later in life, I can tell you, there were several situations that I felt like I didn't have the option to say no. That it was just something that I was supposed to do. Or that I put the signals out there, so now I had to do it because that's just what you're supposed to do. No, fuck that. That is not what you're supposed to do. Nobody has the right to touch you, make you feel any way, unless you are also wanting that. This was a very hard video for me to make, and it took me several days because I was going to make one on, mental health and an update on what's going on with my health. But last night when I was talking to Mel, it was just like this whole rush came out, and it was like, out of nowhere. We weren't even talking about anything with molestation. And then I realized that has formed everything about me. I've been on depression medication since I was 16. And had I had the chance to have a childhood, or to not be forced into experiences that I wasn't ready for, I may not have been even talking to her about my depression period. So I wanted to make this video because there's nothing more important in the world than yourself, your body, your children's body. And I challenge every person that has ever been through this. You don't have to get on here and do what I'm doing, but tell somebody. tell your mother, your best friend, your husband, a therapist, you know, talk to a chat group miscellaneously if you don't feel comfortable. But your story matters. And this is not something you want to keep a secret. And this was my story. I thank you guys so much for listening, because this was not easy. And all I ask is that you're respectful. If you're going to comment, please be respectful, because this is years of pain built up inside, and it takes a strong person, and that is what I'm trying to be, not only for myself, for my children, for anybody that needs somebody to be strong, because maybe they're not ready to. God gave me this opportunity. God brought Mel into my life for a reason. And if maybe one person hears this and it makes a change at all, then everything that I've been through feels somewhat validated. My next video won't be this depressing. I do still have a lot going on that I can update you guys with, health-wise. Nothing anywhere nearly as emotional as this. But if you guys do want to know, or you want an update, or you just want a chat, you know, like a chatty get ready with me video, let me know. Feel free to comment down below. Thank you so much to every single person that watches this video. And please share it, because you never know who is listening and who needs to hear it. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. Mwah.